Hey guys, how you doing? Back with another video, but this time I'm going to talk about my Spider-Man books. I got a fair amount of Spider-Man books. I've seen people with bigger collections, but I just pulled out a couple that I really like. Some for the story, and some I just picked up for because the covers look cool, and then I got really into the story. So this is like no particular order. Why? No, not like a 1 to 10 thing. This is just, here's a bunch of my books that I really seem to like lately. And the first one is Spider-Man Web of Carnage, part 3 of 4. I just like the way Spider Carnage is here, and he's holding Peter Parker. This wasn't a bad story arc at all. I think they went over like Web of Spider-Man. They cross it over through the books, but I've been collecting Spider-Man for a couple weeks now. I've been trying to get because there's not a big run, so I've been trying to get all the books, and I really like that cover. That's pretty cool. All right, the next one is another Spider-Man, and this one is, sorry for the glare, 13. And it's, it's like number 1, but you get the black costume and the little red spiders, and I really like the cover, just like pops. And yeah, this is one where it's a 2-parter with Morbius, and he's in the sewer, I think, if I remember right. It's been a while since I read that one, but I just really like the cover. It just really came at me. And yet again, another Spider-Man cover. Spider-Man number 2 with the lizard. Now, reason I like this one, I didn't mind the story arc for Torment, but I just like the way the lizard looks so fierce, so like menacing, like he is going to kill you. Like he's going to tear you apart when he gets a hold of you. And there's Spider-Man going like, oh crap, he's behind me. This is probably the most badass lizard I've seen in the whole run. You guys can tell me different, but I think this is the best look for the lizard. I like Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man run. It was pretty good. Alright, this is a Marvel team-up with Spider-Man. And it's Spider-Man and the Man-Thing. I haven't read this one yet. I picked it up because it was on sale. It was like buy 3 for like $2 or something. So I saw this and I said, "Oh, cool, Man-Thing." I haven't read Man-Thing in like forever, and I didn't know they had a team up. So I picked it up, and it was like, I love that cover. You fear him; he's gonna burn you with his touch. But I really like that cover. Like I said, some of these I don't pick up to read. I just really like the cover. And this is another Marvel team up. This is with Iron Fist, and I got a bunch of the Power Man Iron Fist books, and I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. Again, I haven't flipped through it yet. I just buy books and I try to keep up and I try to read, but it's just finding time. But there's a little glare there, and trying to find time for it. But I did. I'm going to read this at some point. I really like the Marvel team up stuff. I always like it when he's with somebody. And I think this is the last one for the team ups I have here is Spider-Man and Werewolf by Night. I love Werewolf by Night. I have loved it since Moon Knight, in issue, don't quote me on this, 37, 38, somewhere in there, I think. Yeah, I just thought that was a cool cover. I've always liked Werewolf by Night. And this one is, I don't know if this was I think this was just a special. Again, it's just again, it's just like the other McFarlane ones where he's just sitting on his web, but this one's the Scarlet Spider, and I really enjoyed Scarlet Spider's costume. Not so much the Clone Saga. I thought that went on for way too long. Then you just find out that, you know, Ben Reilly's not the real Spider-Man. He's the clone. Then he sacrifices himself, and then he dies, and blah blah blah. So what was the point of like 2 years, 3 years, something ridiculous amount of time they did on this clone saga stuff? But I did like that's the only reason I picked that up, because it reminded me of the Todd McFarlane, and it just like, there's this Scarlet Spider. I love that. And here is Marvel Knights Spider-Man number 9. I do have the complete run of the Marvel Knights ones, and I did like this. I did like the Mark Millar run. The reason I picked this one is because you got all those enemies in the background. You got Spider-Man going like, oh crap, here we go again. And you got the Scorpion, Venom, what, I can't remember his name. You got Vulture, Electro, Lizard, Rhino, Sandman. I think that's Mysterio right there. Doc Ock, Shocker, Green Goblin. Yeah, but I like that. It's a cool cover. Now this one is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, and he did a run where he was always with the Black Cat. He's got his black costume. I think this was shortly after his Secret Wars return. But I like that. I picked this up because it was the Blob, you know, X-Men. The story wasn't all that great, but I did like the cover. Now this one I really liked to read. It's Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, issue 87. This is where he reveals to Felicia that he is Peter Parker, and it was pretty funny the whole way through. She's like, oh my god, you should be more than who you are. You know, she's in love with Spider-Man, she doesn't love Peter Parker, and you can really tell that when he goes, you know, I love you, Felicia, and then she goes, oh, I love you too, and then pause, and then she goes, Spider. She wants nothing to do with Peter Parker, she just wants to thrill Spider-Man. But I really like the cover there. Oh, I lied, there's another team up. Spider-Man and Captain Britain, trapped in Murder World. I thought that was pretty cool. I forgot Captain Britain even looked like that. I always pictured him in his other costume. I forgot that he, you know, like, that he had that weird mask and the suit with the lion on it. I didn't even know about that. But I picked that up because it was pretty cool. Then I picked up the Captain Britain omnibus. I was flipping through that. I'll do a video on that one, and that was pretty cool. This one is an Amazing Spider-Man one. It's 374. The reason I picked this one up, it was just a badass cover of Venom. I always liked Venom. I should say about 90% of the time I liked Venom. But this one is just like he was holding Peter Parker's family or his parents, and it's just like, you know, he's gonna mess stuff up. There's Spider-Man in the back. I just like that. Sorry about that. I ran out of memory on my phone. I had to delete some other videos. But the last one we left off was the Amazing Spider-Man with the Venom in the cover. I like that. Alright, next, this is my oldest one I've had. I've had this since I was like 8 or 9. It's Amazing Spider-Man 177. I'm afraid to flip through this because it's kind of old. But I think my grandmother gave me this. Like, she just went out one day and just decided to grab me a comic book, and I've always loved that. You know, it's the Green Goblin, and he's fighting some mob guys, and all of a sudden it is like, we got bigger problems, and there's Spider-Man's little light he had on his belt, and he shined. I like that. It has sentimental reasons. It's not in the best condition, but, you know, I don't care, because I don't really sell my stuff, but I really like that. Now these ones are, you know, 90s. These ones are typical 90s, and you can tell by the hologram picture there. It's Spider-Man 26. And only one I don't have of the series is Amazing Spider-Man. And every time I try to go get one, they're like ridiculous amount of money. And it's like, do I really need it? That's when I go to the comic book store and it's like, do I really need it? Sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no. But I've had this one forever too. You know, since it came out, and I don't remember 92, dating to the year down there. 30th anniversary. I've had this since 92, and it's pretty good condition. This one I picked up. It was one of those $3 grab bags, and I picked this up because it was on the front cover. It was just staring at me, going to like pick me up. And then also Spectacular Spider-Man. I like the hologram background. I also picked, and oh, this is my last one. This one is the Web of Spider-Man. Now, this was, when I picked this up, it was in one of the grab bags too. And I was very surprised when I got this. It was still in the plastic cover it came with. It still has the poster of Spider-Man 99. And I was really surprised when I picked that up. Like, there's no scratches on that hologram at all. And the pages are white. I mean, like, white. So I kind of took it out of its plastic. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I took it out of its plastic, threw it in this thing. And I was like, don't touch it. You know, this thing's mint. I love it. But, yeah. Like, no particular order. I could have grabbed more books if I really wanted to. Maybe one in more depth of it. But, most of my Spider-Man stuff is in hardcover or paperback. I don't have I maybe got like a short box of Spider-Man stuff. You know, not too much of stuff, but like you can see here, I got the Essential Peter Parkers 2 and 3, and I got the Ultimate Spider-Man stuff here. You know, just the stuff where I'm on my desk, and if I'm in a mood, if I need a break, then I grab and I read a little bit. But yeah, I do love my Spider-Man. And yeah, thanks for watching, and maybe I'll shoot another video like this of grabbing just random books and just saying, you know, here's a list of some of my favorite books. Did Spider-Man, maybe I'll do a Moon Knight or Avengers or something, because I got a lot of short boxes I should go through and see what they got in there. But thanks for watching, and subscribe and throw me a like. Alright, see you guys.